If you are looking for the top 5 credit union startup business credit cards with low income, here is a review I want you to pay attention to right now. Number 5, we have BECU Business Visa with cash rewards. Our score 8.6 over 10. So what we love about this business credit card from BECU, by the way, BECU stands for Boeing Employees Credit Union. What we love about this business credit cards is that you have an APR that's really really low. You have 15.74% to 19.74%, and you are able to earn 1.5% cash back on all net qualified purchases. And what we love here, there's no limit on how much you can earn, and no spending categories to keep track of. Okay, so this is really good. So if you are looking for a credit union startup business credit card for a low income, this is one of the cards that you might want to look into. Obviously, you got to be a member of BECU, okay? And so what happens here is that your accrued cash is automatically credited to your statement every month, so it never expires or goes unused, okay? And so 1%, 1.5% cash back on all purchases. On top of that, you have no annual or cash advance fees, no foreign transaction fees or international purchases. We love that a lot because BECU also offers you some kind of flexibility. So there is no spending category restrictions, okay, and you can earn unlimited cash rewards. This is really good. And you also have a constellation of money saving features and benefits. For example, you get employee issued business cards with cashback earning potential, which is really great if you're a startup and you're trying to actually order, quote unquote, put order into your house in terms of managing your operations, managing your processes. Having a business credit card that allows you to track spending limits, to set individual spending limits. This is really good. You're able to monitor and track your expenses on any BECU mobile app or online banking platform. And as I've said on this or other shows, we love BECU mobile app. Okay, they are really they're doing a good job in trying to come up with the best platforms, and they're kicking a lot of ass when it comes to their online platform, also their dashboard. Fantastic. So this is really good. And one thing we also love about this BECU business visa with cash rewards is that you are able to have an auto rental collision damage waiver. You have extended warranty. In other words, you're always covered. You are always covered. Number 4, we have teachers business. Our score 9 over 10. By the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. We love having this conversations every now and then. And when you think about teachers business, you are thinking about a card that is very, very generous for your startup. So if you have a startup and you're looking for a credit union business credit card with low income, the maximum credit line on this card is $50,000. And the APR is kind of cool too. You're looking at 9% to 18%. Now the APR is actually adjusted quarterly based on the prime rate, okay, but also a rate that teachers has actually set. So overall, this card is just fantastic. What we love about the card is the flexibility. You can make big and small business credit card purchases without tying up cash. You get the working capital to keep your startup business moving forward, and you are saving money with special discounts from popular business. And the only thing is that teachers requires that you maintain a dual membership. In other words, you need to have you need to maintain a dual membership relationship. So you gotta be a teacher's personal member, individual member. You gotta be a teacher's business member. Okay, so those are two things. But honestly, this is not really a biggie, though. I mean, when you think about the value that teachers is adding to your startup versus what they're asking you to do, I mean, it's really nothing. Okay, but overall, this teacher's business credit card is really cool. It's not really it doesn't come with all the bells and whistles that other cards have. Like, you don't have crazy rewards. You don't have crazy some kind of cashback. You don't have a lot of those. You just have a business credit card that allows you to build credit, and which is important. If you are a startup and you are looking for a credit union startup business credit card with low income, you want a credit card that allows you to build credit. You want a credit card that allows you that has your data reported every month to the business credit bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion. I mean, not TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, and Dun and Bradstreet. Okay, so this is really good. So overall, when you think about the pros and cons of this teacher's business credit card, you have more pros and cons. The application form is really, really straightforward. We love that a lot. So to submit you want to email a completed application to business at Teachers FCU. You can drop off at your nearest teachers branch or mail to Business Learning Department, Teachers Federal Credit Union, P.O. Box 9005, Smithtown, New York 11787. Number three, we have Connecta, My Pro Business Rewards. Our score 9.2 over 10. And by the way, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We're having a convo about the top 5 credit union startup business credit cards, low income. And see, the thing is that Connecta is really great. I mean, what we love about Connecta, we love the fact that they have actually a constellation of rewards here. Okay, there is no annual fee on the card, and you are basically reaping a lot of profits, especially when it comes to cashback. Okay, so for example, you're getting 3% cashback on office supplies and gas. You're getting 2% cashback on business, travel, and entertainment. So you're able to treat your customers with style. You get 1% cashback on everything else from advertising to utilities. Okay, this is really good. In terms of, you also have a relationship bonus rewards program that Kineta has. So you can get up to 20% of your cashback rewards every single year. So this is really good if you think about it. And the APR is kind of decent too, right? You are looking at 14.49% to 18%. So this is really good. So you have the ability, you have the flexibility here. You can choose, which one works for you. It's just fantastic. And the cards actually has a constellation of other benefits. You were talking about cell phone protection, car rental insurance, QuickBooks Online, TurboTax, mobile receipts. So when you really think about it, for your startup business credit cards, this is a great credit union offer. Okay, and you also have an annual relationship bonus. So Connecta will reward their members every year for their loyalty. So you have 5% for being a Connecta member in good standing, for example. This is really good. You have 15% for using other eligible Connecta services. And when you think about 5% plus 15%, that equals up to 20% annual bonus. So this is really good. So overall, you really want to go with Connecta because they offer a full suite of banking services for your company. Okay, from simple checking to complex real estate. Connecta wants to be your financial partner. And the thing is that what we have seen also is that their membership eligibility criteria are very easy. So it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter which company you are affiliated with. It doesn't matter what biology you share with a family member or whatever. They will take care of you. They accept everybody in the nation. Not a problem. On top of that, Connecta has also excellent customer service. Okay, excellent customer service. So if you want to know more about Connecta, call 1-800-854-9846. 1-800-854-9846. Number 2, we have NIH FCU Visa Signature Cash Rewards. Our score 9.6 over 10. So this is a great one. See, this card has a 0% intro APR for the first 15 months, okay, on purchases and balance transfers. So after that, you have a variable APR that goes from 15.49% to 18%. So this is really cool, okay. On top of that, this card allows you to earn 3% cashback rewards in this category. So you have for transportation, you have gas, electric vehicle charging, ride share, taxi, limo. For personal and home, you have groceries, you have wholesale, clubs, utilities, including streaming. So this is really good. And for all other purchases, you have 1%. So you can see that this is really lucrative when you really think about that. On top of that, they have a new cardholder bonus. So you actually, for the NIH Visa Signature Cash Rewards, you can earn 4% of the transportation and personal home categories that I just told you earlier in the first 12 months. And you can redeem points for cash, travel, gift cards, merchandise, or charity donation. Okay. And on top of that, you have Visa Signature Concierge, including travel and emergency assistance. And you have lost luggage and travel accident insurance. You have extended warranty protection too. So this is really good. So overall, you are able to get a great card. You can monitor your account. Okay, you can view your statement and transactions. So for a credit union starter business credit card, the level of sophistication here is just fantastic. We love that a lot. And in addition, you are able to enroll in and use something called CU rewards to manage and redeem rewards points. Okay, and this is really good in terms of all the other features that you might be interested in. You just got to select card controls while logged in to instantly block your card in case of loss, theft, fraud, etc., which is really great for startups. We know how little shaky sometimes the operational processes of startups can be. You can request a replacement for your startup for a lost or stolen startup business credit card. Okay, you can enable or disable foreign transactions. You can make balance transfers from other cars you already have. You can set travel notifications. This is really good, and this is really, really good. And you can even do a balance transfer. So overall, fantastic. Number one, the best of the best when it comes to credit union startup business credit cards. Our score. Number one, Connexus Business. Our score 9.8 over 10. And I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. Okay, we are speaking about the top 5 credit union startup business credit cards with low income, fast approval. And so when you think about the Connexus Business, you are thinking about a card that is just fantastic. First of all, you have an intro APR for purchases, whereby you actually have a 0% introductory APR for, guess what? The first 18 billing cycles. 18. Boss, 18. So after that, you have 16.49% to 25.49% based on your credit worthiness. Okay, so that delta is really good. You have free employee cards. This is just fantastic. And you can keep track of employee expenses while earning as many rewards as possible. So this is really cool. So overall, one thing we love about this card is that you are able to see and sort expenses. Okay, so the card allows you to actually do a lot of things in terms of your accounting, in terms of your budgeting, in terms of your financial reporting. This is really cool. And so you have, for example, you have a set of very sophisticated online reporting tools that actually allow you to view credit card spending by categories, transaction type, and a defined transactional period. Like this can be a month, quarter, or year. So this is really good. Again, it's when you have a startup, what you really got to pay attention to, among other things, is the flexibility, right? You want to have the flexibility to not only have access to cash so you can finance your operation, but your operations, but you also want to make sure that you have a very easy tool to monitor processes. Because again, there are a lot of moving parts when we speak about a startup process, a startup operation. So we have to be in a situation where we are constantly controlling those elements to make sure they don't get out of control, right? Because the last thing you want is to have a startup business credit cards on which you can't control anything. Like you can't control the reporting, you can't control the spending. So this is very complicated. So this is something you definitely don't want to be in a situation where you have to face. Okay, either now or in the future. Before we close to this conversation, let's just go ahead. Let's just have a very quick overview about the credit union startup business credit cards with low income. And you have to understand that it doesn't matter whether you are getting the credit card from a credit union or from a traditional bank. The requirements are the same. The only difference here is that for a credit union, you need to be a member. For a credit union, it's more like a family-oriented, quote-unquote, family-oriented sort of a vibe. Okay, banks are in business to make money. Credit unions, officially at least, are not in business to make money. Even though all of them, they must turn a profits to be sustainable, to be able to stick around. As you're trying to get your startup business credit card with low income, make sure you start the conversation. You start everything at the branch. Don't do things online. We have said this gazillions of times on different shows. You will really want to start things at a branch. Don't actually do everything. Don't do anything online. Don't do anything over the phone. Okay, and it's really important to also think about like you can use a business credit card to take care of a constellation of startup business expenses like licenses, permits, insurance, research expenses, marketing costs, technology, taxes, utilities, office supplies, payroll, right? Those are things you can actually take care of. But just make sure that you are able to charge not everything on the card, but the right types of expenses. Because if you can actually rip rewards like cashback or travel rewards, this is really cool, okay? And you also want to think about things like employee credit cards. And so you want to actually go with a credit union that allows you to get employee credit cards at no cost, no extra cost. Because that's something that you need to pay attention to. Because the last thing you want is to actually pay extra for like, especially when you're a startup, you are already like cash is really tight, and you don't want to add another layer of operational expenses on top of things already. Think about your business expenses. Think about like, does the credit union, the startup business credit card issuer, allow you to properly monitor, to properly track your spending, to properly write them off at the end of the year when preparing your taxes? Because this is one of the reasons why you want to have a business credit card, also that you can track during the year your business expenses, so that the deduction aspect of things becomes a lot easier at year end. Okay, and also think about the sign up bonus. So those are things you want to think about. Think about the rewards. Are there rewards that come with this credit union startup business credit card? They have a clear idea about that. You want to have a clear idea about the fees and rates also, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. And so once you do that, just apply for that card, not a problem. Now, let me give you a few pro tips before we actually close today's conversation. I mean, there is a way to actually make the most of your credit union startup business credit card low income. Okay, and you basically want to take advantage of sign up bonuses, and you want to do this systematically and reflexively. Okay, and this means that it's just a lot better to have a membership in two or three credit unions, not just one, two or three, so at least you give yourself some options. Okay, so this is really important. And another thing I want to say here is that it's really important to have a clear idea also about the type of analysis you want to do in the end, right? It's really important to know that you want to redeem your rewards miles for travel. Okay, you want to pay your balance on time. It's important to actually think about the liquidity inflows and outflows, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. And it's also really important to understand that if you have an LLC, whether you have an S corp, you have a C corp, you have an LLC, you have an LP, you have an LC, you have an LP, it doesn't matter your business structure, you can still qualify for a credit union startup business credit card with low income. Okay, this is not a problem. The problem, if there was ever a problem in the first place, lies in your ability to put together a nice application package. Okay, a nice application package that allows you to say, listen, okay, you know what, I'm going to actually apply for a credit union startup business credit card for low income, and I'm going to make sure I have my business tax returns, my personal tax returns. I'm going to have my financial projections. I'm going to complete the application process. I will show proof of income. Even if I have low income, that means I still have some kind of income. What does that income look like? Is it like a big, like, is it like a like $5,000 or $500? Okay, what does low income mean for you? So I mean, you don't have to answer me. You're gonna have to answer the lender. So those are the kinds of brainstorming phases. I want you to think. Like, you can do this by yourself, or you can do this with your team. So you ask yourself those questions, so you have a clear idea of the type of credit union startup business credit card low income that will be suitable for your particular operations. Because remember, no two companies are the same. Okay, your business and your situation is totally different from the situation that your next door startup also has. So be clear about that. Before I close today's conversation, please, here is the approach I want you to pay attention to. We do have a rigorous approach, a methodical approach when it comes to evaluating, categorizing, and listing credit union, startup business credit cards, low income. Check this out right now. So I want to do here is a recap. The top five credit union starter business credit cards, low income. Number one, we have Connexus Business. Our score 9.8 over 10. Number two, we have NIH FCU Visa Signature Cash Rewards 9.6 over 10. Number three, we have Connecta My Pro Business Rewards 9.2 over 10. Number four, we have Teachers Business 9 over 10. Number five, we have BECU Business Visa with Cash Rewards 8.6 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. God bless you. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.